Welcome to the Love Hub channel, where we discuss matters of the heart and give relationship advice to women. In today's episode, we are going to discuss maintaining intimacy and keeping the spark alive in a long-term relationship. Yes, ladies, this can be challenging, but it is essential for a healthy and fulfilling partnership. We're going to share some tips on how to achieve this. Now remember, the Love Hub is a judgment-free zone. We don't judge women here. We are your safe space. Now let's get to the topic. Number 1, communicate openly and honestly. Talk to your partner about your needs, desires, and feelings. Create a safe space where you can share your thoughts without fear of judgment. We know that this sounds extremely cliche, but the truth is long-term relationships can fall apart if you stop communicating openly and honestly with each other. Communication is extremely important in keeping intimacy alive in your relationship. If you don't tell each other what your needs and desires are, how can you meet them? Remember, your partner is not a mind reader. He is not going to know what you truly want out of this relationship if you don't tell him. So don't be afraid to speak up. Number 2, spend quality time together. How can you maintain intimacy in your long-term relationship if you don't spend time together? It's going to be extremely hard. One of the dangers of being in a long-term relationship is that couples can grow apart. They may stop sharing their hobbies and interests with each other, and this can be devastating to a relationship. So please make time for each other, even if you have busy schedules. Go on dates, take trips, enjoy simple activities together. Number 3, surprise each other. Leave a little surprise for your partner. A little love note will do. If he's really not into love notes, if he's the type of man that finds that so cheesy, then do something for him that he will like. For example, you know his favorite dish. Whenever you go to your favorite restaurant, he always orders the same thing. Try to learn that recipe and then make it at home. It's going to be so meaningful to him because it has a personal touch. Surprises don't have to be huge. You don't have to book a fancy hotel and go out of town to make him happy. It's always the little things that will matter so much in the end. Number 4, keep the physical connection alive. Physical touch is essential for intimacy, so make sure to hug, kiss, and cuddle regularly. For many couples in a long-term relationship, the romance, the physical intimacy tends to die down. They end up getting too comfortable with each other and the mystique is gone. So it's important for you to maintain some excitement in your relationship. And one way for you to do that is to keep your physical connection alive. Number 5, try new things together. Explore new hobbies, try new foods, or travel to new places together. This will keep your relationship fresh and exciting. Maybe you just need a different environment so you can rediscover each other. In long-term relationships, couples tend to fall into a mundane routine. Everything is the same every day. It's important to keep the spark alive in your relationship, and one way for you to do that is to try new things together. It doesn't have to be a big, grand outing. Instead of going to the same restaurant every weekend, try something new, go to a different place. Switch things up, disturb your routine, and try to do something exciting every once in a while. It's going to go a long way in keeping the intimacy in your relationship alive. Number 6, keep the romance alive. How can you make this happen when you're already in a long-term relationship and the two of you already feel so familiar with each other? Well, Make an effort to keep the romance alive by doing things like lighting candles, playing soft music in the background, or preparing a special dinner. Again, you don't have to go all out to keep the romance alive. And when we say all out, it doesn't mean don't put any effort into this relationship. It just means you don't have to do something grand. It's the little things that matter. Number 7, show appreciation and gratitude. When you're in a long-term relationship, it's so easy to take the other person for granted. They're just always there. They do a lot for you every day, and you tend to lose sight of that. Life gets really chaotic, so it's kind of understandable. But it is important for you to show appreciation and gratitude to each other. Let your partner know how much you appreciate them and how grateful you are to have them in your life. Don't take each other for granted. Try to get out of that routine and stop taking your partner for granted. Make an effort to show him how much he means to you every day. Try to appreciate the little things that he does for you and your family. Let's say he's the one that takes out the trash. When was the last time you thanked him for doing that? I know it's a daily task, it's just what he does, but a little thank you won't hurt. In fact, it will go a long way in keeping that spark in your relationship alive. One of the dangers of being in a long-term relationship and not showing appreciation to your partner is that over time, they may end up feeling very resentful. It's like, I do all these things for her and she doesn't even notice, she doesn't even thank me. A simple thank you will go a long way in erasing any resentment he may feel towards you. Remember, maintaining intimacy and keeping the spark alive requires effort and commitment from both partners. If only one of you does this, if only one of you puts in the effort, it's not going to work out. This is a relationship. This is a partnership. The two of you will need to work on it together. By following these tips and being proactive in your relationship, you can create a fulfilling and long-lasting partnership that will stand the test of time. As you well know, when you're in a long-term relationship, there will be a lot of ups and downs. No matter what happens, don't lose sight of what's truly important, your love for each other. When things get really challenging and you feel like, I just can't do this anymore, try to remember the good times. Remember why you fell in love with him. If you still have a lot of love for each other, saving your relationship by maintaining intimacy and keeping the spark alive is going to be worth it. Ladies, we at the Love Hub wish you nothing but the best of luck. Until next time.